everybody. Welcome back to Kavanaugh's Corner. Today on the channel, I'm going to be reviewing a brand new 4K Blu-ray release here. This is a movie that was nominated for 10 Oscars this year. And it's a movie that I was actually kind of anticipating, but because of life and everything else, I didn't get a chance to go see this in the movie theaters. But I have a lot of friends that saw it, and they were all raving about it. I just watched this the day of me reviewing this. This doesn't come out until Tuesday, February 4th, but I'm very thankful that Universal Pictures Home Entertainment has sent this to me, and that is Wicked. This is pretty much the definition of an epic musical here. It did really well at the box office. And as someone who saw the musical, the live Broadway show that this is based on many, many, many years ago, and it was just an incredible experience. I mean, what a great, great show this is live. The songs are amazing. I love the story that it tells, the little sideways kind of sequel slash prequel to The Wizard of Oz that this is. It's really an impressive feat, and I was at first a little hesitant about this being a movie, and I gotta say I was really, really blown away by this film. This movie was just everything you could want out of a big budget musical. I mean, the performances are phenomenal. The way that they expanded the world of Oz and just how everything is just extravagant in every single way. I love the dance numbers, the choreography. Everybody in the movie just did a phenomenal job. And I'm pretty excited for part 2. This is technically Wicked Part 1. But they're just calling it Wicked. So just know this is part 1 of 2 films. And it is a pretty extraordinarily long movie, too. This is 2 hours and 40 minutes. And I gotta say, for a movie that was that long, it was paced very well. And I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. I hope this does take home a few Oscars. Even the costume design was incredible in this. The set design, everything. I was very, very impressed with this, and the special effects were pretty solid too. Anyway, so today on the channel, I'm going to be reviewing the 4K release here, talking about the picture quality, the audio quality, and the special features as well. First and foremost, I just want to get this out of the way that, yes, this was sent to me by Universal, but I always like to reiterate that I'm not getting paid in any way by Universal. I make no money from Universal by doing this review. I'm not a salesman, although some other YouTubers might want to make you think that. I do this because I'm a film lover. As you can see, I have a fairly decent movie collection, and that's not even all of them that you can see behind me here. So I do this because I think it's important that you know what's worth spending your money on. Now, of course, my opinion may differ from yours. When I leave links in the description to Amazon, if you want to buy the movie, I don't make a lot of money off of those links. I make very little, actually. The most money that I make is from you guys watching the video. So if you watch this video, again, it means the world to me. And if you like it, you can hit the thumbs up button, you can subscribe. You don't have to do any of these things. But I do this because I enjoy making videos. I enjoy being creative. I like the editing process. It's fun for me. It keeps me on my toes. And that's really why I do this. I'm not out there to make $1 billion. I don't have that kind of following. I'd like to someday, but this is one of those things where I just like talking about movies, and I like talking about the technical aspects of Blu-rays and 4K Blu-rays like this. I am not beholden to Universal or any other studio that sends me films. I don't have to give them a good review. I'm not in any kind of lesser standing with them if I give them a good review or a bad review. They only care that I mention the product in a video. In these kind of videos, of course, I'm actually talking about the product itself, which in this case is this movie. The only thing I have to do in exchange is I'm expected to make a video. What's in that video, I'm not forced to say anything or do anything. So that's the way the cookie crumbles with that one. So just wanted to put that out there because I know there's been a lot of talk about these kind of videos and reviews as of lately. So I wanted to address that. Now, that being said, I'm going to jump right into the review here and talk about the picture quality of Wicked. Now, Wicked here is a native 4K disc. So it is native 4K. It's not a 2K upscale or anything like that. And it does have Dolby Vision HDR on the disc. And one thing I noticed right from the get-go of this disc is that this is an absolutely flawless 4K disc. And I kind of was expecting that. Again, you never really know. But the fact that this movie came out less than 3 months ago is kind of one of those things where I was not expecting it to look bad. This movie was shot mainly digitally. And I think it was actually shot in 6.5K or something. Most of the film was, at least. And it just looked absolutely mind-blowing. Everything throughout the film is sharp and detailed. There isn't a costume, a set, a prop that isn't highly detailed in the picture of this disc. I mean, the colors are vivid. Everything is very fantastical, as you would expect from a movie like this. You know, the skin tones are very, very accurate. I was actually surprised to see just how pale Ariana Grande was in this film. She's wonderful in this. I was actually very impressed with her performance. But also, the green, Elphaba's green skin. I mean, the makeup jobs in this movie are just really, really impressive. Everything about it just looked absolutely amazing. The Dolby Vision, the HDR on this disc just provides a wealth of colors and such a huge spectrum of colors. Black levels are nearly perfect all throughout the movie. There's one scene in particular that takes place with one of the professors. I think his name is Dr. Dillamond, I think is his name. And he's a goat. And no spoiler there, he's a goat. But they use shadows, light and shadows in that scene. And it was really unbelievable looking. I mean, it was very, very impressive. And the little candlelight and everything just looked beautiful. And the movie also gets incredibly bright. There's a sequence that takes place in a library, and the light is coming in through these windows and hallways. And it is blindingly bright. I mean, it's really impressive. If you watch this on an OLED TV, like I did, this is a showpiece disc. Just for the picture quality alone, it is really, really impressive. In terms of audio quality, this has Dolby Atmos. And yet again, I mean, the Dolby Atmos track on this is superb. It is just, it's incredible. I mean, the dynamic range of this audio track was really, really impressive. I mean, it was very vibrant. The deep lows, there's not a lot of heavy bass in this film, but when it's there, it's done just right, and everything is balanced. Everything is separated really well. I noticed that they placed some of the songs and dialogue only in the center track, in your center speaker if you have a surround sound setup. And that was really cool to hear that, because a lot of times they'll keep the audio not always centered, but kind of separated in the front two tracks, in your front two speakers. And in this, they actually did it where they had the score in the right and left, and then the voices in the middle. And that was really cool to see that. That was awesome to hear. The score of this movie is spectacular. The music, again, is amazing. I love the performances from the actors and actresses in this movie. everybody really held their own. I was really, really blown away by the two leads in this and their ability to. I mean, these songs are not easy to sing, and they did it. I mean, they knocked it out of the park. The score for this was done by John Powell and Steven Schwartz helped out with the score. And again, it's a knockout, absolute knockout. And the overhead effects that are used in this, there's not too many of them. But when they're used, again, it sounds really, really great. And it is a highly immersive audio track. So I loved it. I loved it. Besides that, there is really two versions of the movie. There's the theatrical version, which is the one I watched, and then the sing-along version, which has the follow the bouncing ball type thing on the bottom of the screen so you can sing along with all the different songs. Kind of cool that they had both on the 4K disc and the Blu-ray. And it does also include a digital copy. There's also a bunch of deleted and extended scenes. There is a making-of documentary in there. There's a feature commentary with the director, John Chu, who did a great job directing this movie. And another commentary with Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande. So there's a good amount of stuff on here. I loved it. I absolutely loved this. I was very, very impressed with everything with this disc. I can totally see this being a reference quality disc going forward. I was blown away. I loved Wicked. Again, I always loved the show, but I'm very excited for part 2 now that I've seen this, and I can't wait till that comes to 4K. This is already one of the best 4K discs of the year. Great job with this. My hat goes off to Universal. And also, thank you to Universal for sending this out. And I can't wait to see what else is coming down the pike this year, because if this is a sign of things to come, we are going to have a really great year with physical media. We've already had a couple really good releases this year, so keep them coming, guys. Keep them coming. Don't forget about physical media. Very, very important stuff. So anyway, that's all for today for Kavanaugh's Corner. I just want to say thank you so much for coming back to the channel. If you enjoyed this review, give a thumbs up down below. Make sure to subscribe so I can keep bringing you content like this. Also, if you're interested in buying Wicked, I'll leave a link in the description below that links to Amazon. It does help me out here on the channel. Again, it's not a whole heck of a lot of money. It's very, very little, but it does help me out. Little by little, it adds up over time. So thank you so, so very much. I wish you guys all the best. Please stay safe, keep collecting, and take it easy.